Hi everyone, it's Carla, and I have a bit of a pretty paper haul I thought I would share with you. I don't know how many of you might be interested, but I am totally in love with floral print, paper and fabric. And so I took some time over the last several weeks, maybe even months, and started just buying designer, for lack of a better word, sheets of paper, individual sheets, because it's so hard to get a paper pad that has several of the same sheets that I like. And so I've been buying 12 by 12 sheets of paper and collecting pretty prints that I find in magazines. So I thought I would show you what I came up with over the last several weeks. Now this one's a little shiny because it's vinyl. I think you use them on those paper cutting machines. This one's called Hello Darling, and it's self-adhesive vinyl. I love all floral prints that have brown and pink in them, so I really love this one. And most all of the ones I purchased, I tried to get 2 of each. And so these I bought a while ago when they were 50% off. Oops, I'm having some glitching here. I'm hoping my camera will behave. It's been glitching a little bit. So anyway, these are a couple that I thought were really pretty. And I'm always looking for something that's going to look fairy for my fairy journals. And these were just really pretty looking watercolor, almost like leaves. So I had those 2. And then I've had these before. These are Anna Griffin. Let me see. I have this Anna Griffin print that's kind of familiar to people. I love this one with the pinks and greens. And then this is another one that's sort of, I think it's like geraniums. But that's another Anna Griffin. So those are super pretty. They almost look the same, but they're not. This one has a ribbon running through it, and this one doesn't. And then I have this one, which is super pretty. It's on like wood panel print with the really faint white. Well, you can see, but I just think it's real whimsical and pretty. I love these 2, which are real kind of retro wallpaper looking almost, with the teal background. And this one I think I took out of a paper pad, but I've just been gathering them up and keeping them all separated as floral print paper. This one was in a K & Company photo album book, and it's embossed, so it has some texture to it. I think I only have 1 of these left, but again, I love it because it's got the beige and the brown. So that one's pretty. This one is really pretty because I thought it would look nice for something gypsy related. And I'm still about to start on my gypsy journals, paper and fabric. And I have a couple of this one. I think this one I took out of a paper pad too, but I love how rich that black is, and it's sort of from the Baroque era. Is that the art era that would have been in, maybe? And then there's these gorgeous ones. I could probably show you all of these at once. Let me see. And I think these were either K & Company or, no. Oh, what's that? Hot Buys, I think they sell at Michael's. Look at these. They're just so pretty. That rose print, and if you really wanted to, you could fussy cut those out. And it's the same on this one, only a slightly richer pink background. so pretty. And then this one is the same, only a smaller print. Yeah, I tore these out of a 12 by 12 paper pad, so I can file them as just pretty rose print paper. So pretty. And then I fell in love with, well, I'll save those. There's this one, kind of boho. I love the little beige daisies with the yellow centers, and almost looks like a denim blue. So, and on the back of this one, it's got a nice contrasting polka dot, which would be a nice contrasting one to make tags with, or do anything with. Look at this one. I love this one. It's got like a melon color and the greens and the blues, and I just like the looseness of the pattern. Super pretty. It makes you long for springtime. This one's another one that is so pretty with the pastel flowers. It's kind of a wallpaper looking pattern. Pretty, pretty. So yeah, I just thought I would come show you my collection of floral print papers that I've got so far. This one's got the really pretty weathered wood paneling with the roses on top. I love that. And I really get picky now that I have so many. I like the smaller patterns. These aren't rose print, but I love how you can work gingham in with flowers. Excuse me. So I got this yellow one. This is the second one of that wood print. With Valentine's Day coming up, I tucked these in as well because it's like flocking, the little velvet Swiss dot feeling. If you could feel it, it's got texture like velvet. I think they are kind of just like velvet. So pretty. I'm really looking forward to making some Valentines with those. And then there's this one, and I almost think this is like a carnation flower. I'm not really good with what flowers are what. But I love that one. It's got some pretty teeny little textured dots on it as well. And on the back it's got that nice soft floral pattern. I'm not even sure it'll show up. I ordered some of these from scrapbooking.com. Oh, that's something else. I'll tuck those away. This was a freebie from one I ordered on Etsy. I love this. It's got the paint that's peeling, but over the top there's some script, and it's almost like a fresco painting that's peeling off the wall. I thought that was neat. And then these, I think, were in a 12 by 12 Prima paper pad, but I have seen this one a lot in some of the different crafting channels that I watch, because it's got these sweet tags on the back. I love that vintage little girl face. So pretty. And then just the weathered looking pattern. Super pretty. These I love to use for fairy tags, and I did get these out of K & Company 12 by 12 paper pack. And you know, when the paper packs are selling out and they don't really have them, and they kind of become a, what is that, like more of a limited edition, oh my goodness, the prices go sky high. Like this paper pad, I don't think the name is on here. It's double-sided paper, but this paper pad is probably like 50 or some crazy amount on Amazon now that it's become a limited edition. But look at how pretty this one is. It's got the sparkly little lily pads with the flowers. That's pretty. Anyway, I love the daisy one. So these I'm sort of hoarding because I'm not sure I'll get this paper pad again in my price range. And then this one's got some more fun sort of boho patterned bright happy flowers, and this was an individual one I ordered. It's called by Photo Play. And then I love gingham, so I found this nice olivey green gingham print. It's double-sided, and it's got this really pretty flower pattern with the butterflies. So there are those. A couple more individual ones I got from scrapbook.com. Gorgeous cornflowers and daisies and dandelions. I can tell because that's a dandelion leaf. And it's on a really nice cardstock. And then there's this fun one with the yellow and the red gingham on the back. This is a fun summer print. I think would make a really pretty tag for something bright and happy in the summertime. And I have all of those, but one of my favorite finds was oh, did I bring it over here? No, I may not have even brought it over here. I don't think I did. Oh well, let me just show you these. They were the Tanya Whelan papers, and there's several. These were gifted to me from the lovely Ruby at Little Books. Thank you, Ruby. And I think there's enough of them here that I won't need to go dig out the paper pad, but all of that to say, I treated myself to a Tanya Whelan paper pad after receiving these as a gift from Ruby. Thank you so much, Ruby. It was so generous of you. I just fell in love with these floral prints, and it's been out for a while. I'm sort of on the late show, but again, this is one where the prices are kind of high because they're not as available as they used to be, but they're double-sided, and this one has a really pretty Swiss, not Swiss dot, but nice dotted one. And they're just so vintage and gorgeous. I love these. So I purchased the entire paper pad. Okay, so I hit pause so that I could jump up and grab this paper pad because I really wanted to show it to you. I'm sorry if it's glaring at you, but this is the Tanya Whelan paper pad that I've seen several people with, but the videos they made were years ago, so I'm assuming this isn't a really new one. And much like the Tilda ones, oh my goodness, they are so hard to find. But I did find this one on eBay, and look at the inside flap. Isn't that gorgeous? So I really am happy to own this paper pad, inspired by lovely Ruby. They're double-sided. Let me put it so you can see. Love that green. I even received some tags when I had my challenge, and the tags were made with some of this really pretty paper, but they just got it so right with size and proportion. It's still a little bright. Oh, stuff going on in the kitchen there. But you can always tone it down with a little gesso if it's too bright. Whitewash over them. But aren't these gorgeous? Some of them have a little bit of a shimmer to them. And they're made by Craft Consortium, I think. Is this the one? No. Is this Craft Consortium? Anyway, they had a... Yes, it is actually. There's the little emblem there in the corner. So you can also put that in on Amazon, and they have that gypsy paper too, which is super gorgeous. So I thought I would try and show you directly from the tablet itself. And then in this box I have some more. There's one that has, one second, I'm going to grab the smaller print one. So I have this one, which is by Kaiser Craft, and I've been making tags with this one in my most recent journal. Love that small print. It's kind of interesting though, because the other side to me does not correspond well with the front, but somebody with a different eye for design might make those two work. I just can't really work it out in my head. But then I noticed after the fact that there's a little sentiments on the bottom. Love, encourage, thankful, cherish, beautiful. I don't know why I just read those backwards, but I did. Anyway, I love, love, love that floral print. And then by the same makers, Kaiser Craft, there's this beautiful one on black, which again I thought would be pretty in a vintage gypsy journal. So I'll probably work those in. And then the back, I do see the design corresponding well with this pattern. And not that they have to, but they're so, so pretty. I just really had fun making my floral print paper collection. I used this one on some recent journals, so I only have one sheet left. And it's rather bright, but it tones down nicely again with tea or gesso or both. And that's the other side of that one, which is just as pretty, I think. Oh, this one is by Photo Play, it says. And this one is real shabby chic. And it's by Authentique. And it's double-sided, so it's very Parisian on the other side. Lots of script and postcards and sentiments. These will be pretty for Valentine's Day. It's just a little divider cardboard. Now these are super special. Let's see if I have it divided properly. I went on eBay, no, Etsy, and this was a paper pad that originated in the Ukraine, and it said one of a kind. Even though it really wasn't extremely pricey, I fell in love with it because it's so woodland and it's got the little mushroom tags, and I look all over for free printables. They don't print real well, and I don't know, I just don't keep up with my printables as well. And then the ink issue, I could have bought 3 more printers for the price of the ink that my printer takes. So I went ahead and purchased these, which I absolutely love. It came with 2 sheets each. Oh yeah, there's nothing on the other side of those. But look at all of the images on here. They're just so pretty. The pine cones. And there's a little holly and strawberries and fern. They have some tags you can cut out. This is my favorite mushroom with the red and the white little dots. Look at a little woodland fort. My sons and some of our dearest friends, when we went up to the forest in Arizona, they built a fort very similar to that, and I actually have photos of that. I might insert some if I can figure out how to do it. I just love the woods and the things that you can find in the forest. So this paper made me really happy. And I love that I can have 2 sheets of each. And look at this one. It's just real weathered with the crackled paint and that really pretty woodland image. And then this one has like little fern leaves. They could be feathers, but I really think they're fern leaves. And I don't know what language that is, but I'm assuming it's in the Ukrainian realm, because those are made with, this paper pad came from the Ukraine. And then there's this beautiful image on the edge here. And on the back of this one, there's that real faint feathery leaf pattern. And it's 2 of those. So it didn't come on a paper pad. The pieces were individual. But But look at that. It's so whimsical. It's just real dreamlike. I love this. It's like the little faded edges. Very, very pretty. And then there's this one. Some more mushrooms on the edges. So these aren't really in my floral, vintage floral pattern paper, but they are. Oh my goodness. Well, my video's still going. We just had a little power surge. I'm not sure if that's because it's raining outside. I'll keep on going since it's still going. Interesting. Oh, I bet it was because it was on battery. Well, that's nice. So then we have these teeny little images. And you know what I'm inspired to do because of these? I'm thinking about making a tiny little woodland booklet. Yeah, because the images are so nice and tiny and pretty. And look at this one. Oh, I love this one. It's got little dots. It's real weathered. And the beautiful mushroom and the foliage there with the berries. And that almost looks like honeycomb. So there's two of those. And this was the cover. So I probably went backwards, but if you know this language, that's what it says. And it's beautiful, beautiful craft paper. I'm not sure you saw all the backs, or maybe I did show you except for this one. So that was my supposedly rare find woodland paper. Super pretty. And then I found this one, and it's by Be Shabby. Now, I'm not real familiar with what's tilde and what isn't tilde, but when I put it in the search on Etsy, this came up. And again, tilde is super expensive because almost all the pads that they sold, and I'm going to guess it's even been maybe 5-6 years ago, they were really popular. I didn't know anything about them then, but I'm noticing the dates on the videos where people were showing the papers they purchased. You can't find those paper pads, and if you do, they're in England or in the UK, and shipping is like $23 or something crazy. So I was just happy to find this small little pack of specialty papers. This one is a sewing theme, and like I said, I don't know if it's original tilde or not, but it's got some really sweet images of stuffed animals and hearts, and I love that little rose image there. And look at this gorgeous print. So all of it's kind of got a slight sewing theme, so that's why there's the scissors there. But this beautiful rose print is just so pretty. And I only was able to get one of a kind with these, but I went ahead and got this little stack. Look at that. Such a pretty pattern. I'll not cut into these anytime soon because I want to know for sure what I'm going to create with them first. I love this kind of like damask pattern. And that sweet little dress there in the corner. And then there's this beautiful baby blue kind of pattern with the tiny little rose print. And I think that's a tilde doll. They probably can't call it tilde because it wasn't made by tilde. Maybe it was. Like I said, I'm not really an expert on what's tilde and what isn't, but I sure do love these prints in this beautiful color with the bows. And there's some bunting flags there. It's just real playful and sweet. And then this one is very much like, where's that one? Like this one. only it's got the Tilda dolls and little flower buttons. It's sweet. And then the pretty floral pattern and bows on the back. And then it gave me a whole two whole sheets of cutouts. And I do love that they're double-sided. Or maybe I don't because I won't get to use both, but it's super pretty for tags. Really fun. And then because it's a sewing theme, these look like little sewing labels. And then this one is my favorite. Absolutely gorgeous pattern. Love it. It's almost like one of the Tanya Whelan prints. And this was the cover. And then this is got just some little framed pieces that you could layer for tags. But that is a really pretty border at the top too, like a garland of roses. And this was the cover of this one. So I don't know what your interest was in seeing these, but I hope you enjoyed watching. I really feel happy with my collection of floral print paper now. And I'll probably stop shopping for those now for a while. It's kind of like washi tape. I went on a washi tape hunt to get as many floral print washies as I could find. But now they just kind of sit in a drawer, so I don't want to go overboard. I have these Daphne's Diaries that I absolutely love, and I've even been using some of the things out of these just because, you know, you buy them and they're so much fun, but I don't want them to just sit on the shelf. And she's so generous with freebies, like these little journaling tags. She actually used them for a little floral arrangement, paper flower arrangement, but I'm going to use them for journaling tags. And then there's this issue, and I tore out some of the pages that I thought were really special. I love how she has this one where you can color. It's really pretty. And then this one had like watercolor prints. And look at, this was a freebie. Is that not gorgeous? So I'm gonna be using those. I'm not sure what I tore out of this one to show you. Oh, just some more floral print. I don't know what those flowers are called, but they sure are pretty. Anyway, I was just going on and on showing you, and now I need to get busy crafting so I can come back and show you what I created with some of these things. This one is from fall, so there's an autumn theme going on in that one. And I'm just checking to see if I tore out anything special in this one. I did make these little fun bows. They cut out and make a really sweet bow for a small box. So a lot of the little cutouts are really useful, like this one. It's a really fun little box, and you can use it as a template to make more. So those are my Daphne's Diary magazines, and I'm just really happy that I can do this kind of crafting. It really is one of my favorite things, and just wanted to come and show you. So thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions on where to find some of these. I'll try to give you some help, but really if you just put the name brand paper in the search on any of the websites like Amazon, Etsy, or eBay, things will come up. So thanks for watching. Have fun crafting, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.